Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Education. I'm Dr. Jon Kopko, Superintendent of the East Brunswick Public Schools and your host for the program. Today I'm very pleased to be in the studio with Dr. Beverly Finnegan. Dr. Finnegan is our supervisor of mathematics in the district, and she started at the beginning of this school year. So Bev, welcome.
Thank you.
Our topic for discussion today is our elementary school mathematics program, and there are many exciting and innovative programs taking place at the elementary level, and I'm wondering if you could share with our audience the underlying philosophy of the program.
Right. Basically, in order to prepare children for the 21st century, there are some beliefs that we must carry. And the first one is that children can learn much more than we usually give them credit for. That they come to school knowing more, and that they will learn more mathematics if it is grounded in real-life problems and situations. We need to take advantage of the technology tools that exist today, and that we know that students must know more mathematics to be those productive citizens of the 21st century. Now, to use this philosophy, math instruction, content, and assessment must change. Students must be actively involved in the learning process. They must talk about the possible solutions to problems. They need to gather data and information and come up with a process to solve problems. They need to use manipulatives in order to understand the concepts and to verbalize them, and to be able to know when to use a calculator, when to use a computer, when to use their head to determine information. What we want to do is we want to create students who have a love for mathematics and who understand that they can in fact be good mathematicians.
And what specifically has been happening in the primary level?
Okay. At the primary level, since September, teachers have been involving students in the kinds of activities which would promote this type of learning. 17 teachers have been piloting a new program known as Everyday Mathematics, which focuses on extending and enhancing student learning. It's been piloted in various first and second grades throughout the elementary buildings in the district.
Well, we're fortunate to have tapes of some of these lessons. I'm wondering if you could tell us which schools and whose classes we'll be seeing.
There are 4 classes. Ms. Jill Matson's first grade class at Chittick, Mrs. Sandy Klein's second grade class at Lawrencebrook, Mrs. Rita Brown's second class at Chittick, and Miss Darlene Aldorado's second grade class at Lawrencebrook.
It's great. We'll see those tapes now.
Okay, we have just finished our calendar activities. We know that today is Wednesday, February 1st, 1995. So let's add our tally mark for today, and let's count how many days of school we have so far. Is everybody ready?
90. Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92. So, I would like my calendar helper, Brian, to come up here, please. And, Brian, can you please place a straw in the ones can for us? Okay, who can tell us how many ones do we now have in our can today, Nelson? 2. We have 2. So what do we have to do with our 1 that is on our ones now? Christopher? Change it to 2.
Change it to a 2. We now have 2 ones. Thank you. Can you tell me what number is in the ones position? Eddie?
The 2.
The 2 is in the ones position. What number is in the tens position, Michael Anton?
9.
The 9 is in the tens position. What number do we have in the hundreds position? Kevin?
The 0.
The 0. We have an invisible number there now. Now my next question, we're going to use our number line of 180 days, and we are at day 92. Let me put up, what we do with our timeline is that each day we add an event that happens for the day. So we already talked about it. We are celebrating Brian's birthday this afternoon, and we also wrote down that we're going to be videotaped today. So we're going to put that on our timeline for day 92. So look at your timeline and see if you can count and tell me how many more days until day 100. And we are counting to day 100 because we're going to have a 100-day celebration. So count your jumps. Let's see, Susanna? 8. 8 more days, and we will get to 100. Very good. I'm going to explain our explorations. When I explain them, then I will put you into your group, and we're going to play our exploration games. Our first exploration is going to be with the topic game. And with the topic game, you're going to use your topic cards, you're going to play with a partner, and you're going to use your greater than, less than, and equal cards. And as you put your cards down, you're going to take turns to use your greater than, less than, or equal to decide which number is greater or less than. Okay? Does everybody remember how to play?
Yes.
And also, you are then going to tally at the end of your game who won that game, or you're going to tally if you lost the game. Exploration number 2 is going to be our bank exchange game. We have pennies, nickels, and dimes. You're going to have piles of your pennies, piles of your nickels, piles of your dimes. Each of you will get a dice. Each of you will get a money card. Okay, as you roll your dice, you put on your pennies. Remember, how many pennies do you need before you can exchange it for a nickel? 5. How many nickels do you need to exchange it for a dime? Nicole?
2.
2 nickels, okay. Also, to exchange for a dime, you could have 1 nickel and how many pennies? Danielle? 5 pennies, very good. Our third exploration. Okay, very good, Michael. Can you read that now?
75 pounds is greater than 50 pounds.
Excellent. Okay, try another one. Try some different ones. Let's put these over as greater and less than. And how would you say? Okay, can you read it, Brian?
The blue bottle is heavier than the scissor.
Very good. Excellent. Try another one and let Christopher.
I got more than you. I got 10, I got 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Make a trade?
This one. Good.
What are you trading?
Read the thermometer to find the temperature of the room. If you have more than one thermometer, find out if all the thermometers show the same temperature. Record the temperature.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's look at the room temperature on your thermometers. And say what you have. Can you read your thermometer? What do you have, Brian? 24 degrees Celsius. These are Celsius thermometers, boys and girls. Okay, write it down. What do you have, Margaret? Okay, mark it down. What's the next thing you're going to do, Michael? Will you read number 2?
Place the thermometer in ice water. Leave it there for a half a minute.
Go ahead. Okay, you can look at it while it's going, Michael. Okay, good, Michael. Watch it as it's in there. What are you going to be looking at? What are you going to be looking at in there? Very good, Margaret. Look at the red. Do you think the temperature is going to go up or go down, Michael?
Down?
Why, Michael?
Because the colder it is, the thermometer goes down.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Okay, watch the red. Watch the red. What's happening, Margaret? Why?
It's hotter
Very good. Cold in the room temperature is a little cooler than the hot water. And what is the first thing you're going to have to find, Brian? Read
Difference
it.
between room temperature and ice water temperature.
Okay, how are you going to figure that out?
And that you're making all out of what shape? Try it.
I know what it is. Shapes, but not triangles.
All right, today, Dee Dee, can you tell me what day of school it is today?
Today's the 92nd day of
It's our 92nd day of school. That means in how many more days are we going to have our 100-day party? 8 days. 8 more days. Okay, so for our magic number, let's put 92. Okay, now we're ready to show off all of our math skills. When I call your section, I want you to put one of your equations where 92 would be the answer, and you'll come up to the board. Okay, and the rest of us, we have to look to make sure that they're correct. All right, that looks terrific. Marissa, why don't you tell us what you did with 92 cents?
Well, first I said that 3/4 is 75, so I added 1 dime, which is 85, and 1 more nickel is 19, and then just 2 more pennies is 92.
That's excellent. Very, very good. And Matt, what'd you come up with? Some equation.
25,908 equals 92.
Good. How did you know that it was 908?
Because 100 take away 8 equals 92, so I did 26,000 take away 900. 25,908.
That's excellent. And Aditi, you did 95 divided by 1, take away 3. What does this divided by sign mean? Shared by. Very, very good. That's an excellent equation. And David, you're doing a pattern. Look at that pattern. Can you read me your pattern?
Okay, 2,000 take away 1,908 equals 92. 3,000 take away 2,908 equals 92. 4,000 take away 3,908 equals 92. 5,000 take away 4,908 equals 92.
You probably could have went on and on and on. That's really terrific. Good for you. Okay, section 3.
Who can tell me quickly, just by looking at the graph, by looking at the tally marks, what did most of the children like? What food group? John?
Bread and cereal.
Excellent. What about the adults? Which was the one that the adults liked the most? Shadan?
Meat.
Protein. Right. Good job. Okay, which one was the least liked by the children? The least liked. The least. Glenn?
Dairy product.
What about which was least liked? Now be careful, this is hard. Be careful, don't get fooled. What about the adults? What about the adults?
Oh, this is easy.
Nicole?
Dairy.
Okay, Nicole says dairy. How many agree with Nicole? Okay, what else? Garima?
Fruits and vegetables.
Well, how many in fruits and vegetables?
7.
How many in dairy?
7.
So what do we say about that? Well, no, it's a double. What else? Right, they are equal. They were tied. Right, good job. Now, today what we're going to do is use the information from our graphs and make a new kind of problem, which we call a
Part total.
Good job. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So look at your books. Look at the information that we put on the board. Andrew, you were captain of the day today, so you're going to go up there first. Okay? And Sarah, can you read problem number 1 to us, please, honey?
How many people in all chose a fruit or vegetable? The parts are children and adults.
Okay, so look at the graph that we have, because you have it on your paper, and look at the graph that Mrs. Klein has. And we need to know how many chose a fruit and vegetable. 1 part is children, and 1 part is adult. Who can tell me how many adults chose fruit and vegetable? That's going to be 1 part. How many adults chose fruit and vegetable? Tal?
7.
Okay, that's going to be 1 part. Please put it in your part. Excellent. How many children How many children chose fruit and vegetable? Jesse?
6.
Okay, that's going to be your second part. Okay, excellent. Put it in your book too, please. Excellent, good job. Excellent, excellent, good job. Okay, now we need a number model, and we know what a number model is. Who can tell me the number model? Elena?
7 plus 6.
Good job. Please write it on the board for us, Andrew. Okay, does it matter if we do 7 plus 6 or 6 plus 7?
No.
Absolutely not. Please make sure you write the number model, and now we need our total. Who can tell me what the total is? Virginia.
13.
How many people agree with Virginia? Good job, Andrew, put it in. And let's talk about it. How did we get 13? How did we get 13? John, how did you do it?
I knew that 7 plus 7 was 14, so I took away 1, and that was 13.
Excellent job. Hillary, how'd you do it?
I put 7 on my fingers, and then I counted 6, and then I didn't know if I was right, so then I did it on my bingo board.
On your bingo board. Good job. Garima, how did you do it?
I didn't have Jonathan.
You did it how Jonathan did it. Okay, anybody do it a different way? Andrew, how'd you do it?
I know 6 plus 6 was 12, so I added 1 more, and it was 13.
Excellent job. All wonderful ways to find it out. Okay, let's go on to number 2.
It was certainly very apparent that those first and second graders were learning math and enjoying it as well. Could you tell us what's happening in our upper elementary program?
At grades 4 and 5, we're exploring different approaches to learning mathematics and different topics in order to challenge all students. The same processes that were suggested in the philosophy need to be followed here. The idea that we want children to be actively involved, to be using manipulatives, to be talking about the concepts that they're developing, and the processes that they're using are important. We have 2 teachers this year who are trying different activities in their classrooms, and then those activities will be infused into the 4th and 5th grade curriculum for next year. The 2 teachers that are involved in this process this year are Mrs. Laura Holland's 4th grade class and Mrs. Linda Daly's 5th grade class.
We do have tapes of those classes, and we're going to take a look at those right now.
Great.
You'll notice in your bag you have 6 cubes. I have the same cubes here. You'll also notice that they're different colors. 1 of each different color. You are going to use these cubes to represent the different cards that come in the macaroni box. In the experiment, you'll put all your cubes in the bag and choose one. Let's try it. Okay, let's have Chantel demonstrate before everybody does it. Oh, no peeking. Okay, she picked out green. So what card does that represent? Ruzo?
Barney.
Barney, good. Okay, put it back in. She has Barney so far. Now Angel's going to choose. Oh, look at that. Another green. 2 Barneys in a row. Do you think you're going to remember what you picked?
No.
Or do you think we should do something? Samantha?
We should write it down.
We should write it down. I heard somebody say we should record it. Okay, we won't be making a singing record, but we will be making a record of information. And you'll find that on page 2 of your package. You see that each character is at the top. You'll also see some spaces underneath the characters. Each time you pick a color that represents one of the cards, you're going to make a tally mark in that box. You're going to do all of row 1 across until you pick enough cubes to get a complete set. And in the last box where it says complete set, say you had to pick 8 cubes. That would mean that you would have to buy 8 boxes to get that first set. You write the number 8. Then you're going to do the experiment again and fill in the whole second row. If you get doubles, you just put 2 tally marks until you get a complete set. A third trial.
a 4th trial. There's space enough here for 7 trials. Doesn't matter how many times you get to do. Some people might get up to 7, some might only complete 5 trials. The important thing is that you keep the tally and keep track and make sure you record your total in the last column. We've had time to do the experiment, and we'd like to look at our statistics. Remember, we talked about these statistics: range, mode, median, and mean. They really might not have meant that much to you when we first started talking about them, but now they should mean something to you, and let's see what they mean with this lesson. Okay, would anybody like to tell me what the range is? Jeff?
7 to 21.
The numbers range from 7 to 21. So how would I find out what the actual range is? Monsige?
You have to look at the starting number and the ending number.
Right, and find out the number of numbers in between. Okay, so what is the range? If the numbers range from 7 to 21, we have to subtract 7 from 21, and our range would be?
14.
14. Good, 14 numbers. So our range is 14. Remember, we did talk about that confusion. The numbers.
Now, as you know, we use fractions in all aspects of your life. We talked about that a lot. And today our objective is that we're going to use these pattern blocks, and you are going to create equivalent fractions that will represent a whole. In this case, the whole we use today is going to be this shape. What shape is this? 6 sides. Hexagon. Hexagon, right. And who can find another different shape that we have in here? Show me another a trapezoid, right? A rhombus. And what else? A square. Where's a square? Somebody hold up a square. Square. And what's the last one? The green one? A triangle. All right. So the smaller ones, in some way, you'll be able to put together to make a whole. So I would like everybody at the tables, and you can talk with your partners, everybody, I would like you to make as many combinations of parts as you can to make this one shape. So this is going to be our whole. This hexagon will be our whole. And you get every different combination of parts and put them together to make this whole. Sides. Okay, there's one. There you go. Absolutely, mix them up. Okay, you can mix up. There's one. Okay, show us a different combination.
Let me check what I did.
Okay, now what is that?
This is a trapezoid and 3 triangles.
Okay, so tell me the value of them.
This is 1/6, and this is 1/2.
Well, how many of the 6? You have to tell me the whole total. Tell me the whole total.
3/6. These are 3/6, and this is 1/2.
Okay, 1/2 plus 3/6 is equal to a whole. Good. All right, another one. Who has another one? Different.
It's certainly gratifying to see students so intensely involved in their work. What will happen next in our elementary mathematics program?
Well, now that the Board of Education has approved the Everyday Math program as the elementary curriculum program for East Brunswick schools, grades K through 3 will be using those programs in September. Because there is an extensive amount of mathematics needed to be studied at each grade level, it would be impossible for us to put children in 4th and 5th grade in the program in September. So that will be phased in over the next 2 years. However, the students in 4th and 5th grade next year will be using the enhanced curriculum like those being seen in Mrs. Holland's and Mrs. Daly's classroom.
Bev, I'd like to thank you very much for being here with us today and for sharing all of that information with our audience. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to really compliment you for the leadership, for the talent, and for the enthusiasm that you've brought to our mathematics program. And I'd like to say thank you as well to our dedicated staff for the work that they're doing in mathematics. It's certainly going to be a great benefit to our students. To our audience, I'd like to thank you for watching and would invite you back to join us next month when we will be discussing one of our secondary school science programs, which is funded by the Howard Hughes Medical Institute.